Hi guys, welcome back to a new video. So today I wanted to do a little spring makeup routine. I'm so happy that it is now getting a little bit warmer. It's still 40 degrees, but at least it's not 30 or 20. Well, it is still 30, but at least it's not 20. But it is April, so it is spring. So I'm gonna do a little spring makeup tutorial. I did already do my skin prep. You can look at my last video if you wanna see how I do skin prep, but I can show the products I used. These are the These are the products I use. Anyways, so spring makeup is, in my mind, glowy and pink and cute. That's just how I imagine it. But I'm going to show you how to do a more natural looking routine, but still a full beat. Okay, starting off, I have the e.l.f. Halo Glow. You can also use just like any skin tint. I like to use skin tints or any foundation, but I really like this one because it is super glowy and it's going to give me glow everywhere. And then we will fix it later in the places that we don't want glow. And I'm just gonna go in with a brush like this and just kind of, I don't know, buff it out. To me, this is good coverage, but also I know some people don't consider this like their base, like foundation or whatever. But to me, it's not foundation, but it's like a skin tint to me, which is what I like to use. And also, I know that all my brushes and stuff need washed, but don't worry about that. I'm just gonna take a beauty blender and just kind of just blend it in more to make sure that it's really in my skin and it looks like skin. You can see my skin is looking super glowy, super beautiful, but still skin-like. Okay, next I'm gonna go in, I have the NARS concealer, and I'm gonna go in right under the eyes here, and then I'm gonna do it at the end a bit. This end part will give you like the more lifted look. I'm gonna put it right there on my forehead and then right here on my chin. So anywhere where I want it to like be a little more brightening, and also just under my eyes because I need that coverage under my eye. And I'm gonna blend it out. I'm just gonna use a beauty blender. I'm not pressing too hard or else the beauty blender will pick up the product. Just kind of going in with like a lighter touch and then just blending it out, making sure not to spread it too much and kind of keeping it in the area where I put it. Okay, and there's that. Next, I'm going to go in with some contour. I'm going to use the one from Patrick Ta, and I'm also going to use the contour brush from Patrick Ta, which I love this brush for cream and powder. Not really good for liquid. And I'm just going to dip it in the cream, and I'm going to go, if you like this, you can see like the mark of your jaw right there. That's where you want to put it, making sure not to go too close to like the mouth. Just kind of keep it back here. And you can also go down and make a little curve if you want. And then I'm gonna put some on my forehead. This takes away the illusion. If you have a big forehead, don't worry, I got you. But it also just adds like some color to your face. And then I'm going to take the nose contour brush, also from Patrick Ta. Can you tell I love Patrick Ta? And I'm just going to go down the bridge of my nose on each side, and at the end I'm making sure to kind of bring it in a little bit, and that just gives a little something to my nose. We're keeping it still a natural look, so it's just a little something. And I really like this contour because it really does, it's not too pigmented and it does really give like that natural look. Okay, now for blush, I'm gonna go in with a cream blush. I'm gonna go in with a peach shade. This one is from Painted, which has a cream and powder. And once again, we're gonna take the Patrick Ta blush brush. I'm sorry, I just love Patrick Ta. But again, this is really good for cream and powder, not liquid. But I'm gonna dip into the cream, making sure not to get too much because these blushes are pigmented. There's kiwi. And if you do pick up too much on your brush, don't worry, you can just tap it onto the back of your hand. But I'm just gonna put it straight on my cheek. I'm doing a very light touch because I don't want to have too much blush. And you can see it looks very pretty. I think that this color is perfect for spring. And I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. Okay, there we go. Not too much, but still very beautiful. Okay, next we are going to set the face, but not everywhere, just in some places. So I'm gonna take my beauty blender again and blend out under my eyes. And then I'm gonna take a pressed powder. This is the Charlotte Tilbury one. I'm gonna go in with my powder puff and I'm gonna use it under my eyes, just like that. And then I'm gonna do a little bit on the forehead and a little bit on the chin. That is all for the pressed powder. Now I'm going to go in with a loose powder. I like to use pink powders for the places where I put like my concealer. I have the one from Glamlight. This is the strawberry shortcake powder. I'm gonna take some in my powder puff, put the excess on the back of my hand, and then just kind of press it in and then bring it up here. And again, that's going to give the lifted look. And I'm gonna do the same thing. Going to be good like to bake if you have under eyes that like crease pretty easily, because that happens to me. And then I'm going to put a little bit of pink powder up here and then on my chin, just pressing it into the skin. Now I'm going to take a translucent powder. This one is from Laura Mercier. And I'm going to take the same powder puff and right under where we put the contour, I'm going to make a line under the contour, not where we put it. So we put it like up here and the line is kind of down here a bit. I'm going to do the same on the other side. And this will give the snatched look. And then I'm just going to take a little bit of this powder and kind of go right here by my nose, just kind of pressing it in. And while that bakes, I'm gonna do my brows. So first, I'm gonna just brush them out. My brows are a little bit of a mess right now because I haven't gotten them done in a couple months, but that's okay. I can still do them, give the illusion that they are looking good. And this is just the e.l.f. brow pencil, by the way. And I'm just gonna take this end and just kind of draw in, like draw over my eyebrows, just to like fill in spots that aren't there as much. You can see like that, I need to fix that. So I'm just kind of gonna draw over my brows and the tail, just very lightly. And then for the front, I'm going to go under, just like that. And then I'm gonna take this end and kind of blend it out, blend out everything, so nothing is like too harsh of a line. And then I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. And they do not have to look identical. Brows are sisters, not twins. And now I'm gonna set them. I'm gonna take the e.l.f. brow lift, take this spoolie again. I'm gonna just dip it in a little bit and just brush through my brows. Make sure to shape them how you want them. And this will keep them locked in place. Okay, there we go. Now that we are done with that, the powder is ready to be taken off. So I'm gonna take a big brush like this and just kind of, I'm gonna press first and then I'm gonna dust it off. So press and then dust. And then same on the forehead, if there's anything, press, dust, down here, not under the eyes yet. I'm going to take a smaller brush for under the eyes and then press and then dust. And there we go. We are set in the places where we don't want it to be glowy or shiny, but we still have glow to the base. And with the powder, the blush may have gotten a little bit lost. So I'm going to take the cream again and just apply a little bit more over the powder to bring a little bit of that glow back. Not really over the powder, but just where I put the blush before. And with your blush, you want to make sure you're not bringing it in too close to the nose. You want to keep it up here. And there we go. And then on my nose, I'm going to take the powder end of the nose contour brush. I'm going to go in with the powder contour shade, and I'm just going to go over where we did the cream, again on the bridge of the nose, going in. And because I want to keep this natural glowy kind of look, I'm actually going to go in with a liquid highlighter. This is the e.l.f. Highlight Wand, and I'm just going to do a couple dots and then just blend it in with my finger. And liquid highlighters give like the most natural glow, I'd say. Especially this one, it gives a very natural looking, but still very beautiful glow. And I'm gonna do the same on the other side. This is like the highest point of my cheek. And then I'm gonna do a little bit on the end of my nose, and then a little bit, teensy bit on the bridge, but not going all the way down, just keeping it at the top of the bridge. Okay, and now I'm going to take a setting spray. I'm gonna use my Charlotte Tilbury one. This is my favorite setting spray. I'm just gonna spray all over. And I'm gonna let that fully dry. And that is really just gonna melt everything together and make everything look flawless. And you can see everything looks so good. And now that that has set and dried, I'm going to take an eyelash curler and my mascara. And when curling your lashes, you wanna go, it looks a little scary, but I like to bring the curler up a bit and just like squeeze it a couple times. And your lash will be curled And then for mascara, don't go from the base of the lashes, just kind of go on the top. And look at the difference between the eyes. And if you get a little bit mascara on your lid, that's okay. I'm just gonna take a Q-tip and just kind of wipe it off. And I'm not gonna do my bottom lashes yet. I'm gonna do the other side, the top lashes. And I also like to switch hands when doing it. Now for my bottom lashes, I'm gonna go in with the Sky High. This wand is a lot better, I think, for bottom lashes because it doesn't go everywhere and it's less likely for you to get it like under your eye. But I'm gonna do like zigzaggy motions. And for bottom lashes, I like it to be a little bit more subtle, but still something there. Also for bottom lashes, you do want to go like from the base. Okay, and then I'm gonna do another coat of the top lashes. And then there you go. And then the last thing to do is lips. So I'm going to take a very light brown shade. This is really good for like kind of an everyday look. This is just the Charlotte Tilbury lip liner, but you could just take any light brown and just kind of trace the outline of your lips. Okay, and you can see it, but it's subtle. And it just kind of gives some shape to your lips. And some people also like to go in the center, and that also just kind of gives a little more shape. Okay, and I'm gonna go in with the REM Glossy Balm. This is shade Cosmo. I've literally had this for like a week, and I love it so much. I think it is so pretty. It just gives the perfect gloss. You just put it on over the lip liner. See, like it is just so pretty. Here is the final look. I think this is just such a perfect everyday look for spring. It is glowy and it is just so pretty. I'm a little scared to take this headband off. Oh, that's okay. Let me go fix my hair. Okay, here we go. I think it is so pretty. But I hope you guys enjoyed and I hope this video helped you. But yeah, I do want to do like a summer makeup routine in summer too. And to me, summer makeup is like, oh, like bronzed beach kind of look. So let me know if you want to see that. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Bye.